what's your favourite memory from your time here teaching us in Year 12?
I'm not prepared for this. I wouldn't call it a favourite memory, but it's very memorable. When you guys all started asking me to do a dance.
Danny, do you remember
It's more like I want to block this out of my memory.
Well, did you do a dancer or not?
Oh, no, not in front of you kids.
You know what? Your grade will be remembered by me for a very different reason to most other teachers. Because when you guys were in kindergarten, for those who were in kindergarten, I was in marketing and enrolments, and we changed our fee structure of the school, and our enrolment went from 100 students down to 68 in the space of overnight, because we changed it from a more family structure to an individual per student structure. And it was devastating for us, and Mr. Waker, principal at the time, that we lost 30 families almost overnight, and financially that was a very difficult decision. So ever since then, I guess you guys have been the smallest grade that's come through William Carey for so many years, or already always sort of hovering around that mid-60s number. So yeah, you have a distinction, whether you like it or not, as being one of the smallest in recent years coming through the school.
I have had so much fun teaching my geography class this year, but probably the most fun we've had was on our camp to the city, just walking around Vivid together, snorkelling in Chowder Bay. All that was capped off with the mild horror that I felt when Justin told me the next morning that he'd gotten a little hot in his room that night, and so he'd taken himself up to the rooftop bar of the Sydney YHA for a bit of fresh air and had fallen asleep on the lounge at the rooftop bar of the YHA when he was under my supervision. Great.
The memories are when everybody works together and we're quiet and we're all helping each other. That's what I like seeing. I love my PC girls and I'm going to miss them because we're a nice, small, tight group. So that's one of the saddest things in you leaving. And then the class, like I started with a very small Year 11 class. And yes.
Now you have a huge class?
Well, I've got Mrs. Ross's class with us. So it is bigger.
Such lovely people who treated me with kindness and respect. Even when I stuffed up, kids were very polite to say, Miss, I think you got your answer wrong. And I think I'll appreciate for the kindness you showed me as a teacher. So I love you kids.
That's because you're a very kind person, Miss. Thank you.
My favourite memory is the opening of Crucible when you guys got it. So there was one lesson when we were doing Crucible, and there was this lesson where you just understood what I was asking you to do, and it was beautiful. I really appreciated that.
I really like seeing you engage with justice and God's design for the world and your mission. And also having fun along the way. There isn't a particular moment, sorry.
Camp definitely. Just being able to travel into the city to, go snorkelling on the harbour, going underneath the shark nets and kind of snorkelling out beyond was incredibly awesome, just to be able to do that with everyone who was super keen and enthusiastic about it. As well, I don't know. Camp was so nice. It was so special just to be able to hang out as adults together and enjoy our beautiful city, walking around Vivid together. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you were a very small cohort.
Yeah.
And the relationships were very close. So my memories of my class and through the years is just the way you're close to each other and support each other.
Exactly.
And as a teacher, you actually relate really well and there's a close relationship there. I think I'll always remember that.
Yeah. We're like that, two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that.
You are. People actually like your year group.
Year 10 pass camp, canoeing up Kangaroo Valley River, storm clouds ahead, and we said, oh, that's not good. And then a huge thunderclap and lightning hitting the river in front of us.
Yeah.
We all had to row really quickly to the shore. A lot of you guys were so quick that you pretty much ran across the water to get up the banks, and me and Mr. Manuel were stuck on the water in the pouring rain with lightning around, collecting maybe 10 or so canoes that were floating down the river that you'd left, and then standing for an hour and a half in the rain in a field full of just weeds, seeing lightning and going, right, start the clock, and we had to be there for about an hour and a half.
What is your favourite memory / embarrassing moment with your class?
Ish, should I put you out in the... No. Ish. No, Ish has been good except when he lets out the gas. But otherwise, we had some fun doing fun pracs. Absolutely fun, yes.
I was teaching Year 12 engineering, and I had on the board, I had multiple things that did look phallic, and it was a multiple choice question. I was asking my class which one was the most phallic in appearance when another teacher came into the room, and I had to kind of explain what I was doing. Yes.
So what did it look like?
Sorry, Mrs. Chow. Well, they looked quite phallic, yes. Yeah.
I've had a lot, haven't I?
You have.
Like when we had to evacuate the whole room because I filled it with smoke. No, the whole block. That was embarrassing. When I electrocuted myself in the room, I think that was embarrassing, except no one noticed.
Yeah, you played it off pretty well.
I've had some big ones. I've probably had 6 or 7 big embarrassing moments during class.
Having voice cracks constantly.
Yeah, that's pretty
like
true.
still.
That's pretty
That's
true.
happened so many times in our class. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
Oh, that's always fun. So the most embarrassing memory has to be Kabir's poop story. I don't think it gets more embarrassing than that as a general rule.
Oh, I have no shame. So 12 years ago, there used to be a staff versus student relay at the athletics carnival, and I stacked it while the baton was being handed to me in front of the entire school, and they didn't run them after that.
Oh, damn. I actually haven't heard of that one.
It happened 12 years ago. Everyone's forgotten.
Oh, look, there was many moments where you had tried to get me off task. No, the class in generally, just in the chance to not do economics for a while. But I did have to try and spice it up a little bit with some of my acting ability. And several times I was trying to run around the room, trying to highlight the fact that we have more money in our pockets and how that would look, things like that, which the class sometimes misinterpreted.
I don't think we misinterpreted, sir. I think it was more the action that you did with it. Remember when you said you like that? Do you remember that, Pastor?
It was a very embarrassing moment, I must admit, yes.
I think it was your best. Minus the riff-raff. Who did you ignore the most? You said Siobhan because she can't see, and...
Siobhan, I very quickly realised, couldn't see anything I was putting up on the board, so it's like very little point actually trying to explain something on the board to her, because no matter how much squinting or whether she was in the front row, she still couldn't see it. Yep. So that was a little bit of ignorance there. Ignoring. The other one was Taha, because I'd look over to Taha and he was invariably not there. He wasn't in class. And sometimes you as well, to be honest. I look up and you're not there. I look to ask Taha a question, he's not there. And after a while, even if he was there, I wasn't actually looking at him because I didn't expect him to be there.
I sort of have to survive.
Okay.
So who do I ignore? Like if you go along the front row, definitely Tijo, Kabir, Evangeline. I could probably keep going.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So who's the most then?
It's that whole front row. You just got to ignore them or you can't survive.
Okay. And we're not even coming
You're
first.
definitely in the centre of that.
Okay.
I can't ignore anybody.
Who do you try to ignore the most?
I ignore silly behaviour. How about
From who?
From anyone that's silly.
No, who in specific?
No one in...
I don't think I ignore this student, but he thinks I ignore him, but that's just because he talks so much. It's Tijo Thomas.
Oh, Tijo Thomas. Okay, Tijo Thomas, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Tijo Thomas.
Oh, well, the kid who farts the most. So sorry. Ish, please use the toilet before you come to physics.
I think it's got to be Jonah. I got to a stage where I just made a conscious decision to let him sleep up the back of class, and so I've ignored him.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Who is your favourite student?
My self-proclaimed favourite student is Hamza.
Any reasons why?
Well, he tells me that he's my favourite student, so that's it.
Yeah, and I remember that you found a Coke can with his name on it and sent it.
Yeah, I went halfway around the world and I was in Brussels and I bought myself a Coke and it had Hamza on the name tag. So I've always got that to remember him by.
Nice.
In chemistry, it's definitely TJ, because all you got to do is take your phone out, give it a shake so the little torch goes on, and his face lights up like a puppy dog.
I agree, sir. I agree. Yeah. Wow, that's a good one.
Oh my goodness, with a class of 6, I think you're all individual, all unique. Everyone adds their little quirks, which is lots of fun. Tom is super fun, always adds a crazy comment here and there. And yeah, I think I can't choose one. You're all incredible. You've all come so far from the beginning of year 11 to where you guys are now. It's awesome. We're so proud of you all.
Awesome.
In this year, I don't know if I can say, no, I'll get in trouble if I have a favourite. Who's left? Who left? Someone who left. Danny. Danny was my favourite, but he left.
What about
Danny? Come on, Danny. Sorry?
David?
David and Marion. He never started year 11 engineering, though. He would have been my favourite if he was still here.
If I have to answer it, I have to say Shaquille because, yeah.
Shaquille. You see the shock on my face right now? This is an outrage. No, Shaq is smiling behind the camera. Everybody, just look at this guy. Like, stare at him during the formal, and he'll feel so guilty about this because I'm honestly hurt, to be honest. But
I don't have a favourite student. I like all of year 12.
If you had to pick?
I can't pick. Just like I don't have a favourite child.
My favourite student is none of them. I love you all and I wish you all the best.
Well, I don't have favourites because God doesn't show favouritism. But if you can all get band 6s, then you'll all be my favourites.
Okay, so you actually value like academic over our personality, sir? Like, is that what you're saying?
Oh, your personality is all the same anyways.
Okay.
Ooh, I've got only one girl student in my class which I told her not to drop, and it'll be Evangeline. Can I say that? I love you, gentlemen, too, but I'll absolutely love that Evangeline's still stuck with me.
That's a good answer, miss.
Well, not Xavier, because he dropped modern history. Probably, no, I love you, Xavier. Probably I'd have to say in extension, Ben, because he just got pipped to the post coming first in history extension. And then in modern, you've got to be one of my favourites.
I'm the best one.
You had good historical facts.
Simple.
No,
Well, no, that's because, like,
that was Ben.
yeah, you got to have some diversity. Can't just be me. It would be me, but
Also highly commended to Alicia and Charlie, who had to put up with a lot of silly comments from the boys throughout the whole year.
yeah, that's true. Especially Ethan and Jonas.
And TJ.
And me, yeah.
Well, I really liked the whole class, to be honest, because I didn't know I was going to have you guys. Halfway through last year, I didn't have you. Then all of a sudden, term 4 rolls around, and I've got 10 interested economics students. Of course, I thought it was going to be 17 uninterested students, but in the end, I had 10 interested students. So I really enjoyed having the class for the whole year, and you laughed at my jokes at the right times, which is great.
Good answer, good answer. Wait, you didn't even say student. Wait, you didn't pick one.
I tried. Well, Siobhan. Yeah, Siobhan.
Okay.
Because he laughed the most at my jokes.
Justin Tran.
Frank has a question now.
What's some advice you would leave to year 12?
Oh, I think do what you love. Love Jesus and do what you love. Find a way to make what you choose to do with the next 4 years of your life something that has purpose and meaning and serves a bigger picture, not just something that you think might enable you to make money to have the house that you want. So look for what matters to you and look for what you can do passionately, because then it will be sustainable.
I completely agree, miss. What are your opinions on that, Xavier? I agree.
I'd say treasure your moments. You have to live in the present. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you have to hold things lightly, and you really just have to trust in the Lord that He's got it. Whatever happens, He is in control. He knows what's going on. And, don't forget to come back and see us at some point and tell us how you've gone, whether good or bad, because we want to hear from you and we are keen to continue to pray for you.
Well, I don't think you're going to remember any ideas that I teach because a lot of stuff goes out of your brain in the next few months. But I do have some virtues that you might want to remember. So as you leave and go out into that post-school, quote, real world, please be kind, be courageous, and be curious, and take care of each other.
Love you. It's okay to not know what you want to do in life when you are 17 and 18. It's also okay not to want to go to uni. And it's also okay to change your course in the first year of uni. It's very easy.
Nice. Options. The HSC options. I'm begging you, please, please, please do the right option. Do the right option.
You got your message loud and clear.
That's what I'll remember you guys for. Hopeless.
I would say, go and do really good things. But, Matthew 16 says, what good is it to gain the world but forfeit your soul?
Ooh. I don't know, find something that you like doing and do it the best you can, I suppose. Rather than just doing what you get into. Do what you like, and hopefully you'll do it well.
That's true. Okay, and last question, our favourite Bible verse.
Favourite Bible verse? Ooh. I feel like I've changed that more recently. There's a passage right at the end of Micah, so it's not just an individual verse, but it's talking about God and the way he's kept his promises and been true to his people. So probably that one, those verses, yep.
I like Psalm 139. We are all wonderfully and fearfully made.
I do have many favourite Bible verses. One of my favourite ones is Psalm 27, which says, wait for the Lord. Be strong, take heart, and wait for the Lord.
One of my favourite Bible verses would be John 3:30. I think it's John 3:30. But it's when John the Baptist talks about all his followers are like, are you the Christ? Because they were following him. And John the Baptist responds, no. He's not. He says, he must decrease, but I must decrease. So he talks about how his life isn't meant to put himself up, but he's meant to point towards Jesus. And that's what all his life and energy and life's work is putting towards. And that's how I would like to live my life.
Not a verse, but I really like Psalm 27. It's a good passage that has carried me through some tough times.
Very nice.
Oh, my favourite's different. Psalm 27, verse 4, one thing have I asked of the Lord, that which I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple.
It's a beautiful verse.
Yeah.
Very good verse, sir.
Yeah.
My favourite Bible verse is one that I've really held on to in life. It was actually on my confirmation. When I stood up in church as a 15-year-old and said, yeah, I'm a Christian and I believe this stuff, the passage on my certificate was 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, and I'll read it out to you when I bring it up. It says, in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give a reason for the hope that you have. And sometimes I'm a little bit reticent in sort of either students or others to give an example of why I have the faith that I have in Christ. And the more I've gone on in life, I realise that verse that I was given to me at 15 is very true, that I'm not ashamed of my faith or the gospel. And if someone asks me a question, genuinely seeking, I want to give them an answer about why it's so important.
My favourite is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Favourite Bible verse, Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight.
Amen. That is a good one. Any reasons why?
Well, I like the fact that it doesn't say he will make your paths easy. Jesus never says that it'll be easy to follow him, but the path will be straight in that you will know the correct thing to do, even if it's hard.
That is very true, yes.
My favourite one is Romans 5:8.
Oh, bang on.
So, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. So I always come back to that one, just the death of Christ for us and God's great love.
That is quite a cute one. I like that one too.
I'm going to have something funny at the end, do I? I don't have anything this time, sorry.
Say 6-7.
6-7. Oh, sorry, the hands went up accidentally.
Okay, there we go, we're done.